Let's go ahead and call the meeting to order. Bang, bang, gavel, gavel, win. Stand for the pledge of allegiance. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which stands one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
So good morning. I'd like to welcome everybody to the Board of Commissioners meeting for October 18th, 2023. I would like to remind everybody that this is a public meeting. We are being recorded video and audio, and we also have a hybrid option available to us today. Let's see. Any awards, recognition, or correspondence? Okay, and for me, approval of minutes for the previous meeting, September 6th and 20th, I believe. Yeah.
I move to approve the minutes of September 6th, 2023 and September 20th, 2023.
I will second the motion. All in favor of the motion say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Any additions to the agenda? Okay. Now is the time for public input. If you have anything that's not on the agenda and you want to address the commission, now is your opportunity, both in line or in the room. So we have somebody on the phone, ending in 5-8. Okay. Hearing and seeing none, we will jump right into our business items. Number one is Public Works Purchase. And I see we have Mr. Fellows live and in person.
I prefer it that way. Good morning, Commissioners. For the record, Tom Fellows, Public Works Director. Public Works actually has two items before the board for consideration today. The first item is purchase of a new radio repeater for our Cabbage Hill site. The unit that was up there was extremely old, outdated, and the radio company that we're now relying on to do a lot of our radio work has recommended that we just replace the entire unit, antenna and all. And so we had a lot of conversation with them about both needs and expectations of what we'd like to have up there, and what we came up with was the combination that's before you from Comtech Inc. for the total package is $8,893.
Any questions?
Don't. Okay. I move to authorize the purchase of radio equipment from Comtech Inc. in the amount of $8,893.
I will second. Motion and second are made. Any further discussion? All in favor of the motion say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
So
It's agreement.
the next thing that the Public Works has before you is I was approached from Bureau of Reclamations recently. Chet Sater contacted me. They have a number of canals that Bureau of Rec operates through different districts down in Hermiston. Currently, the noxious weed program sprays Sterling on tops of these on these roadways, but they were requesting the county to come and grade about a little over 8 miles of roadways on these canal tops. It's not a huge. It's not going to take a great deal of our time to do it. And it's one of those projects that they said that we could certainly fit in. We don't have to do it all at once, as long as we get them done before the Teddy and the noxious weed program sprays their chemical on. We've done these for different entities in the past. It was suggested by Mr. Olson that we do get board approval, since this it's kind of out of our normal road prism that we are authorized to work in. This will be for reimbursement. And the other, I guess it's a little bit complicated, but basically we will be billing Stanfield Irrigation District. BOR will pay Stanfield Irrigation District. Stanfield Irrigation District will pay us, but my understanding is the actual agreement will be through BOR. So
I was wondering about that. I'm glad you touched on it. Any questions? Okay.
Okay, I move to authorize to contract with BOR for Canal Road grading project.
Second, any further discussion on the motion? All in favor, motion say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Thank you, Mr. Phillips.
thank you, Commissioners.
Number 3, copier purchase. Dan and I.
Good morning, Commissioners. Dan Lanai, Director of Administrative Services. Before you is a request to purchase a copier for the Records Department, which they are currently using. The one is 6.5, so they've used it almost 7 years now. And they do a lot of copies, so they've already done over 200,000 copies on that unit. And we budgeted for this year to replace the copier. And so that's within our budget. We had 2 proposals. One was from Copier Northwest for $6,013.33. The other was from Canon Solutions for $7,813.48. They both proposed the same copier, Canon copier, which we recommend because all of our staff is trained and our system set up to work with those copiers. We're requesting that the board would approve the one from Copier Northwest for $6,013.33.
You gotta be kidding me. Somebody came up with the exact same copier for $1,800 more.
Well, I think it's off the different contractors, contracts that they purchase them off and stuff, so.
One is an actual quote from that company, the other one's off a contract.
Robert, you got a question?
I would just ask, are the maintenance contracts similar?
So we ran the scale of over 200,000 copies and stuff, and we'd still be several $100s ahead with the cheaper one and stuff. So we did an estimate on that.
Sometimes that's the bigger deal than the
Yeah.
purchase price.
Good
So
point.
yeah, we ran the cost per click charge, and we still come out ahead using the less expensive one.
You're asking that, Robert. That was a good catch. Okay. Any questions?
No, thank you for saying that they both been on the same copier.
Yeah, and what I plan to do too, I didn't mean to not include this, but currently the one we have in Hermiston that Israel uses and Commissioner Doran or whoever's in that front office doesn't print the 11 by 17 sheets of paper. So we're going to move this one over to the old one, so that especially the planning department when they're down there and stuff need the bigger printer, so they'll be able to print the larger size copies there too. So.
Alrighty. I move to approve the purchase of a copier for the records office for $6,013.33 from Copiers Northwest.
I'll second the motion. Any further discussion? Okay, all in favor of the motion say aye.
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 Thank you.
Motion carries. Thank you. Program subscription purchase. Is that you too?
Yes, so the next item, Commissioners, is for Fish ER is what it's called, the subscription service. We currently go through KnowBe4 for all of our anti-phishing and our training and all those things that we utilize. And this is through them, it's an addition to that set that we have, that package set. And this allows us to, because when you fish hook, I think a lot of y'all are familiar with the fish hook. When you fish hook it, my guys have to review it. So now this add-on it uses AI in it to compare what they fish hook to see if it's a real threat or if they're just fish hooking one of our messages or different things that are going out. And if it does find out it's malicious, it will go out to the email boxes and pull everybody else's that has that same email out so that they won't accidentally click on that too. So it does some of this extra work so that my staff doesn't have to check everybody's email, and then it does that addition, pulling those ones that are threat, pulls them out of the other mailboxes once it identifies that.
I like that. My only question is there feedback? Like, if I fish hook an email, I've had this happen where it was not malicious, but I never heard back on it.
Yeah, so we can actually program it to set, so on certain ones, it will actually say this is a spam message, or there's certain things we can set up so it automatically will send you a feedback that will say, no, it's not this was a legitimate email. And I understand, we don't have time to go through all of them, and most of them that you guys are sending are like spam messages usually.
Yeah, there's been a couple that I was like, okay, I think this is legit, but I'm not expecting, so I fish hook it and I don't hear back, so then a couple days later I'll call and then oh yeah, I'm gonna dig into that and get back to you, but if we had feedback, that'd be fantastic.
This will do some automated feedback, and hopefully then the other ones that my guys have to check, they'll be more on the spot on that, but we get hundreds a day that come through, so, yeah. And just to mention too, we do a 3-year cycle with KnowBe4, and that will be coming up next year, that 3 years. So what they're doing here is we're 11 months left basically in our, we have 11 months left of our 3-year license that we paid for those 3 years. So what this is, it's for those 11 months, and then we're actually paying for the next 3 months on this, and then, or the next 3 years, because they won't sell less than 1 year subscription. But we're going to renew the other, so it's going to put us all in sync again after the, so this is actually for almost 4 years is what we're paying for here. So I guess is what I'm trying to say. It gets a little confusing trying to say about it, but it's a 4-year subscription paid up front.
Okay. I move to authorize the purchase of a 4-year license for Fish ER for $9,510.65.
I will second the motion. All in favor of the motion, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you. And I meant to add on that too, we didn't actually budget for this year, but another project that we have budgeted for security cameras around the health department, extra ones, we're going to forego that this year to cover for this and part of our other security initiative that we're trying to do. So I did include that, and it was in the email that I sent around with you guys too. So,
You're good with that, Robert?
because after our trip to Curry County, there's a few things that we have want to push at the top of the list to get
Yes,
done.
that was a pretty educational trip one day.
And stuff. Yeah, so it was in some ways more beneficial for us to go than actually for helping them in some ways. I guess we both benefited from the
Mutual
trip.
benefit.
Yeah.
For sure, for sure. All right,
Thank you, commissioners.
all right, item number 5, pipeline contract.
Okay, this is coming before the board for a contract through the pipeline project. This is for the engineering for the operation of the system, and a quote was obtained from an engineering firm, and the recommendation is a contract with G6 for the services.
Okay. Any questions? Actually, I'll make that motion. I move that we authorize personnel services contract with G6 Engineering LLC for control integration services in the amount of $156,180.
Second.
Motion is second. All in favor of the motion, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Okay, any final thoughts from you, Commissioner Timmons?
Nope.
I don't have any either. And with that, we are adjourned. Thank you.